Hi everyone. It's Friday night. It's my playtime, and I'm actually headed off to see my granddaughter tomorrow. It's her birthday. She's turning. This is my baby granddaughter. That she would not want me to say that, but she's turning 9 tomorrow. So tomorrow afternoon, I am headed off to go play with the grandbabies. But tonight, I thought we might go over what do we do with these old calendar pages? So they often have fabulous artwork on them. And what I'm going to go over tonight applies not only to calendar pages, but to magazine clippings and so forth. But the thing I like about calendar pages is that you often can get them for next to nothing, or nothing. I literally get them for probably a few pennies. I get them from ACR, and so I get a whole bucket full of things for $5, and I just always throw a few calendars in with it when I find some that I like. So I have quite a few in my stash now, and I wanted to talk about kind of what we could do. One thing I wanted to discuss is these little, sometimes not so little images. Let me get this one right here. This right here. Most calendars have this page in the back that has like sample images of what is in the calendar. So this one, for example, was George O'Keeffe, truly one of my favorites. And so I'm going to cut these out and use them as focal points on a variety of things. So I've got 12 great focal points right there. Here's another one with 12 beautiful images that are all about the size that I would put, you know, on a tag or as a part of a cluster on an envelope or whatever. I mean, they may be a little large, but you know, they can also be trimmed down from here. That you don't have to use the whole thing. You can make them a little bit smaller. And these right here are great examples of that. This could be cut down. In fact, let's just cut one of these down. I cannot cut straight to save my life. So I usually cut everything on my cutter. But just for demonstration purposes, let's cut that. But see, that's let's see, how big is that? It's about 2 inches by 1 3/4 inches. And I could trim that down a little further, but that's not a bad size for a focal point. And then of course there are more here. So I am going to probably not use these today, but I am going to use them. I'm going to cut these while we're talking. So most calendars come with these, and I don't know where my little basket is. Right there, a little carton, plastic container. There we go. Words. I need to find my words. And I'm going and cutting these down because I want to get rid of what I don't need. Although I could actually probably use that because it's nice cardstock, but we'll see. I can use virtually everything, right? That's how we are. That's why we love this. Just a freak of nature here. I'm going to cut that down to the size that I might use for a tag, give or take. Okay, set those off to the side because we might actually use those later. These are a little large because this is why my glue never seems to work, because I am constantly leaving that little top off. We had this whole conversation on Junk Journal junk journal junkies the other day about these things. I need to make myself one so it's big enough that I don't leave it laying around. Anyway, this one is about 3 3/4. I mean 2 3/4 inch square. So that's a good size. That's bigger. We have to come up with something else to do with that. But they would still make great. You could back them, and they would make cute little journaling cards. You could make little tags out of them. They could definitely be placed on a tag. So all of these are great things. And usually this part is made out of a heavier cardstock. This one is a very nice weight. And then of course this one, while there's a lovely image on this side has my hero Georgia O'Keeffe. So that is going to have to stay with me. Now these are often, sometimes they're thin pages. Sometimes they are, you know, a heavier weight cardstock, or I don't know if they're cardstock, but they're heavier, much heavier than this little flimsy paper right here. But what can we do with these? Well, tonight I've been playing. I've got a few things that I've been doing with them. And I'm going to make a very long tag to go on this one. I'm working on some Christmas journals for some friends. And the fun thing about this is they're basically decorated by the time you make them, right? Because they have this great image on them. So I couldn't really think of much that I wanted to do to this that would not cover the essence of the image. So I just put a little of this eyelash trim on each side, and I will make a tag to go inside. I did turn this under to give this top a little bit more integrity, but other than that, it's just the calendar page. This one is not quite dry, is the reason why it was out. But this one I thought was super cute. Little Norman Rockwell. And I just folded it in half, trimmed it down, of course, and then I put a little card in there with a little tab to pull it out, like that. There we go. And then this one is just an envelope that I made. Don't have anything in it yet, but I want to wait till I get it with the journal. And I just added a little lace on the side because, again, I don't know what I can do to this without covering up something important, like the little girl or the mom and dad or the Santa Claus face over here, you know. So I don't want to cover up the fun part of that. I want to leave it pretty much as is. So I will ink the edges, but otherwise it's really pretty simple to decorate. Now, I wouldn't want to do everything that way because I like to decorate too, but I do like simplicity. And I don't want to start this coughing, so I brought something to drink. Give me one moment. I drink Dr. Pepper. I'm from Texas. Actually, I drink water most of the time. But one of my best friends, Erin, I don't know how she managed this, but somehow she managed to get me started on Dr. Pepper. I didn't drink sodas for 30 years, and then all of a sudden, her and her need for Dr. Pepper. So this one, I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to trim it on one side like this and trim it over here and make an envelope. What do you think? Can you try that? I probably should have moved this stuff off of my cutter first. Okay. Maybe we can set this off the side a little bit too. So, I don't know how well this one's going to work. I didn't cut that very straight. I can't cut straight with the cutter. But let's see what we can do. take a look at this. Yeah, that'll be all right. So I'm just gonna take it to right there. I'm gonna turn this over. Oh, I better bring that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take it back to my cutter. Wow, I can't fold tonight either. That's a mess. And I'm trimming off a little bit here and there. I think I can come up with a good width. It's amazing how poorly I can cut with the cutter. Yeah, I really would not believe how bad I am at cutting. It's just a skill I did not learn in kindergarten, apparently. So that's not bad. This is probably not one of my favorites, but it's not bad. Why is this such a mess over here? Oh my word. Okay, we're gonna leave it, cause, yeah. Cannot cut to save my life, I told you. And I'm just gonna add a little glue. Well, so I'm not super crazy about this one. Because, well, I'm not super crazy about the image to start off with, which is probably part of it. If I was super crazy about the image, I would probably like this, but I'm not, so I don't. But this is one at least that we could add something cute over here. And of course, I didn't really bring anything to the table. It would be something like that. Because I wasn't planning on doing anything like that. Let's see what I might have in here. No, I don't like any of that. Maybe that. Maybe that. Let's try cutting this down and getting rid of some of the white. Can't cut straight. Oh my goodness. Well, that's getting cuter. Just have to have it upside down. Yep. It's better. Still don't like it, but it's better. I think we're just going to leave that one to the side for now. Okay, let's see. See what we have. Oh, here's another Christmas one. This one is super cute, but it's really big and it needs to be like that would be cute for like a journaling card, right? If it was trimmed down to about right there. And then I could back it so this didn't show on the other side. And I will probably do that. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, the bottom. There we go. Now this is 4 3/4 by, I can't see, by 7. So almost 5 by 7. And I don't know that I have any paper here. I do. Okay. I would really like to rough this up a little bit because it is slick, but I'm pretty sure I have no idea where my sandpaper is, so we're just going to go for it. I could use a glue stick. I'm not a huge fan of the glue sticks. I have an Uhu. I don't know why. I understand that they're better than wet glue from so many things, and I appreciate that. But they're just so messy. Like, I say that as though this isn't. It's on my hands all the time. But I just feel like I can't get a handle on the mess. It doesn't matter which way this goes. Okay, I got one edge right. There we go. I think I will actually be able to cut this because I have that edge right there, but we're not going to count on it. Oh, look at me go. With the straight edge, I can cut a fairly straight line. We're not going to go crazy and say it's actually straight, but it is straight-ish. Straight-ish. Okay. So we have a ginormous journaling card, and I think since we have this hole right here, I am going to just pretend as though that's on purpose. And I have seen some of you people so talented with these things, with the crocodiles. I'm not talented with that either. You're probably going to find out that I'm really not talented with a whole lot of things. I just stick with it. I really like them. I like doing this. It's fun. And I think something white and fluffy would look cute. What do you think? Y'all are going to have to speak up. I am using walnut stain, but of course my thing has a little bit of black on it because I was in a hurry earlier. I don't know why I was in a hurry. I don't know why I'm inking all that right there either. And I'm gonna have to fix these. corners. So I am so grateful it is the weekend. Not only am I going to get to spend time with my family, but that is also a great opportunity for me to do some crafting. No. I have so much. I have so much lace. It's ridiculous. I have lace 4 days. I don't want that either. I think, no. I know you're saying, Cheryl, just make a decision. Make a decision. See, I don't think I want this either. It's got the gathered edge on it. And a lot of my lace does, so I'm really looking for a piece that's not got that. Oh, it's tiny, but that'll work. See, it's flat. It's not gathered on one side. I do not like fumbling. So that's how I do that. I hope you could see me. I just basically used some tweezers to reach through the little hole. Huh. It's off center, but it's cute. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this one's beautiful. Yes, I like that. So let's square this up. So 10 by 10 would be great. Okay, I now have a square to work with. I have an envelope maker, but you don't have to have one. And I want to show you that they're not absolutely necessary. I would like my ruler, but who knows where that has gotten off to. Any of them. So we'll just do this and hope for the best. And this is just one style envelope. We've already done a different style over there. But Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay. So now we folded it as we want it. And let me find a good one so I can show you, just in case you don't know. Once you folded in all of your corners to make it an envelope shape, and you should probably use your bone folder to kind of secure those edges. And when you do, you will see, let's see if I get something to point with. Do you see that line and that line? It makes kind of a triangle right there. So I'm going to cut out that triangle, but I'm going to actually come out just a little, like here's the line, and I'm going to come out just a little beyond it, but still go straight to that corner. And I'm going to do this on all 4 of them. And I'm not being super precious with this. It'll be fine, I promise. Okay, you can see that where it was supposed to fold, right? I just went a little on the outside of it. So now I have these that can go away. And when I fold this in, everything folds up nicely. Well, except for that corner that I did not get perfectly. It's okay. Oh, that's the bottom anyway. Okay, so there's the envelope. And it looks beautiful. You can trim this off if you have a corner punch, which I do. Just don't know where it is because I literally rearranged all of this space right before I turned on the camera. So there's that. And I'm going to glue here. And here. Get that nice and flat. And we have a gorgeous envelope that will be beautiful in a junk journal. So let's see, what else can we make? Let's take, I don't really think, with these it's lightweight. I think I'll do this one. I can make a couple of things out of this actually. So I'm going to trim off the white while you, hopefully you're not too bored listening to me cut. Are any of you working on the challenges that are going around right now? I'm super excited about them. I want to do Tina's challenge. Oh, I should have cut it one more time. Hold on, let me measure this. The 3 and 30, I just don't know that I'm gonna have time. So it's about 10 inches. I'm gonna cut it at 5. So I have 2. Okay. Now, if I think I want that person right there in the center. I'll bring this to the center. And bring that. There we go. I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to trim that off. Okay. And then fold it up at the bottom. And when I unfold it, I have that bottom fold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim to the line right here. There's a fold here and a fold here. And then of course this bottom fold. So I'm going to cut to that. And I'm actually going to trim in just a little bit again at an angle. You see that? See? And slightly at an angle. I'm going to trim off this piece right here. So then when I close this, oh, you know what? Before I do that, I think I want to put what's going to happen when I cut. Remember that corner? Yeah, it was right there the whole time. I'm a goofball. So when I cut this, when I punch this hole in the center-ish, not even ish, that wasn't even close. Oh my word. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. Okay, so now I have this showing back here. And I really don't want that showing back there. So what can I do about that? I could put a strip right there. And that is what I'll do. So first thing I'm going to do is glue this together. Like that. And then glue the bottom up. Put my pen back in my glue bottle so it doesn't dry out. Oh, and here I'm about to get it back out. And now I'm going to glue this just inside there. This needs to be glued carefully because I want to make sure all corners are really well and the edge is really well glued down. I want nothing popping up on this for sure. Okay, Okay. There we go. That looks nice. Except for my dirty finger got on there. But that's a nice little pocket right there. Nice little coin style pocket. This one, I don't know. Let's see. I think like that. What do you think? I like that. Okay. So we're going to do that. Yes. Yes, I like that. And fold this up. Unfold it. Reach for a different pair of scissors. Not that I'm good with any scissors, but these will get down in that corner a little better for me. I should probably get some of the Tim Holtz scissors because they look fabulous. Those of you that had them, I'm so jealous and just think my life would be so much better if I had one really good pair of scissors. That will work. Okay. There we go. So my granddaughter, I actually have 3 granddaughters, but the one whose birthday is tomorrow, and she's turning 9. She loves Pokemon. So, and unicorns. But I think I'm going to get her something Pokemon because she's always trying to teach me about Pokemon, because in spite of the fact that her uncle and aunt both like Pokemon, I still know nothing about it. And I think she's a little frustrated with me at times for knowing so little about Pokemon. Let's see if I can get this one a little. You know what? I'm going to measure. What do you think? Except I still have no measuring tool. But I do have a pencil. I'm sure. I'm not sure. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2 1/4. So right there should be the center. Yay. And I don't actually mind that in the background. That's all right. Okay, so we have these two. Do we want to decorate these? I tend to leave things on the decorating until I get to until it gets to the destination, the journal that it's going into, because I don't know what is going on in it. So I think we're just going to leave these for now. They are quite lovely like this. Chances are I'm not going to do much other than pull out my mounds of... No, see, I don't like any of this. I don't think this needs lace. This just doesn't need lace. Doesn't need lace. Which is weird because everything needs lace. I don't think it needs any eyelash trim. No. Maybe a bit of... See, I would put a bit of fabric and then make sort of build up a few layers to create a cluster right here, but I don't know what journal this is going into. So these aren't like when you're decorating with more neutral backgrounds and such. You know, this would be easier to add something onto, I think, in my opinion, because you sort of have less going on here, right? It's more, I wouldn't say simple, maybe simple, but it's just not as busy. Even this is a little less, even this is less busy. It looks like a background pattern, whereas this looks like a foreground, right? So we're gonna leave these like that. And let's do one more. Do we want to do one more? What have we done? Let's see. Let's pull all the little things over here. These are what I did beforehand. And I'm sure you know the only thing I did was I trimmed this to the right size, folded this up, folded that down, curved the edges, and put a little bit of lace on it. And that's just a pocket. I still think that's cute. I love this eyelash strap on this piece right here. So we made this envelope, traditional style envelope. We made a journaling card. And we made 2 coin envelopes. I think that's good for tonight. Yeah. So these are just a few ideas of what you can do with your images, the big images you have from things like calendars. I love buying calendars because we get these great images. So tell me what you do with yours. I think there are lots of ideas, and I may do a second series or a second video on what to do with these. I have lots of them. This isn't all. I have a good stack of calendars, so I need to do more things with them. I can tell you there will be a lot of these types of things: the journaling cards, the coin envelopes, the standard envelopes. This is probably one of my favorites right here. I love that because I can just glue that down onto a page, and not on this one because it's not going to be the right size, but am I right side? Yes, I'm right side up. But you know, if it was the right size, I would just glue this down, or I could glue it like that. It would be a little tuck spot here. Pull this out here. Super cute. This, I think, is my favorite. So there you go. I will probably have a few more done tonight because I'm not ready to go to bed. I always hate leaving my craft room. Anyway, I hope you all have a great evening and a great weekend, and I will see you very soon. Bye.